Assalamu alaikum. Sulman Rahim here. Let's slay some demons. Sisters and brothers, we're going to talk about the fifth and the last fundamental mathematical pillar of Islam, which is harmony, called the Hajj. We talked about four already. This is the fifth one. Like I've been saying, they all work together. Symbiotic relationship. They don't stand alone. They all work together, and they all depend upon the first pillar. The first pillar is consequence. That's the most fundamental principle of the universe, consequence. Every action has an opposite but equal reaction. You reap what you sow. What's on one side equal sign is on the other side. That's why they call it equal sign. What's on one side has to be on the other side. That's force. Without force, there's nothing. The whole universe is just mathematics. It's purely mathematics. It's not something that responds to mathematics. It's just mathematics. I know it's hard for some people to understand. It's just simply mathematics, what we call energy. Universe is simply mathematics. It's no more, no less than that. And we all are mathematics. Mathematics cannot be seen, but it's visible everywhere. They took us off the mathematical standard 35,000 years ago, Dr. Buddha, and it's never been the same since. Now we're off of the mysticism, everything else, because once they take out the mathematical standard, everything goes. Because you're in the land of belief, in the land of illusions. See, you're not in the land of reality anymore. They give you a distorted reality, an illusion that they're calling a reality. Because your religion is your reality, how you think, how you deal with the world, what your end will be, how your beginning. It's interpretation of all those things. So your religion is your reality. But if your religion is not mathematics, then you're in a false reality. You're in an illusion. And the majority of the planet, 99% of the planet is an illusion. Because every religion out there is an illusion. It's not based on mathematics. Not one, not even Sunnism is not based on mathematics. It's not based on reason and logic. The only true religion is the one that's based on reality. That's why I call it real reality. Because everything you see is mathematics. Everything. Like I said, you can't see mathematics, but it's visible everywhere you look. So we're going to talk about the final principle, called the Hajj, which is harmony. And we talked about the enemy's attack against these principles, because they have created a world that is totally in opposition to the five fundamental principles of Islam, the five fundamental principles of the universe, the five fundamental principles of mathematics. They're totally averse to why. Why? Why they're attacking it? Because they're attacking you. Because you are the God. You're the source of everything you see out there. Your source of all form. The universe is just mathematics, formless mathematics. Like you have 12 on one side, 12. But on the other side, you have 5 plus 7, or 3 times 4, or 2 times 6, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. See, that's form. On the other side, you just have formlessness. We gave form to the universe. Stars, galaxies, constellations, planets, moons. We gave that form. It didn't come into existence by itself. 76 trillion years of work. They're trying to rob us of it. They never want us to get back in control of our creation. So we're going to talk about it. That's the Sunni symbolism of the Hajj. Harmony. People from all ethnic groups, demographics, races, you name it, right? Travel around in peace, no conflict. That's harmony. That's the essence of the fifth pillar. When you have harmony, you no longer have chaos, conflict, by definition. When you put something under enough pressure, right, it reorganizes itself into a harmonic motion. And that's what's happening now. The world is being put under so much pressure that no one will survive except the best, and then they will reconstruct our civilization into harmonic motion. It says it will be all swords into pruning hooks or plows or whatever. Be war no more. See, war is conflict. And that's what Yaqub's world is all about. Conflict. It's totally opposed to Hajj, the fifth true Islam. Islam is mathematics, Islam. Consequence, torque, current, force force or energy, and harmony or Hajj, they're all reflections of one thing, force. Just different reflections of it, different aspects of it. It's like water. Water has three properties that we're aware of: steam, ice, and flowing water. So these are 5 different aspects of the fundamental principle of the universe. The whole universe rests on these 5 principles. This is our nature. So it's defined, and if we apply these, then we're the gods. You want to walk, you want to be the God? There it is. Here's the power, God empowerment, the 5 pillars of Islam. Take hold of them. Elevate yourself. That's the Hajj. That's what it represents. You go to Mecca, that's what it represents. They don't understand the mathematics behind it. They call it the Hajj. To them, it's a ritualistic function, but we teach you the mathematics behind it. Harmony. There's no conflict there. Everything's moving in harmony. That's complex harmonic motion. Simple harmonic motion is like going around the circle. But you have very complex harmonic motion. Your thoughts are harmonic motion. Very complex. The most complex harmonic motion in the universe. You have these atoms moving around 24 billion miles per second. Yet there's no heat. There's no collisions. But all that power in that small place. Power enough to construct the universe. That's harmonic motion. Harmonic motion. Moving around so fast, but in harmony. So there's no conflicts. Harmonic motion. With 2 gears, they're flowing together, right? In harmony. If one decides to go another direction, suddenly you're going to freeze up. You're going to have friction, resistance. Harmonic motion is beautiful. Music, harmonic motion. If you have a band playing and someone get off note everything, bam, the harmony is killed and everybody knows it. You remember that. Somebody get off key or something, bam, because the harmony is destroyed. See? Harmony, that's music. And we produce harmony. We produce the most beautiful music in the world. The music is overcome by our music. Music represents the spirit of a nation. So it shows our spirit is the most dominant spirit on the planet. Even though we went through everything they put us through everything you can imagine. Everything they could imagine. And they couldn't kill us. We've never been defeated. We've been knocked down, knocked out, you understand, put to sleep and everything else. But we have never been defeated. They cannot defeat us. And the proof is like I said, music represents the spirit of a nation. They haven't broke our spirit because our spirit is dominating the planet. Our music, it represents the spirit of a nation. Now, whose spirit is dominating the planet? Us. Our music is dominating the planet. It's getting better more and more all the time. They may come and tell you about, oh yeah, they got this other stuff, Beethoven, all that kind of stuff, right? They say even they was black people. We'll know. I'm not. I don't know one way or the other. I haven't studied that. The point is whose music is dominating the planet, and where's all it coming from? It ain't coming from all. It's coming from America because we're here. Because we're here. All this creativity is coming from here. Not just the music, but all this electronics and all that kind of stuff is coming from us. But they're hiding that from you. Remember Hidden Figures? Think about it. Harmonic motion. That's thought. See? Harmonic motion. Harmony. What's the enemy of harmony? Chaos. Chaos is pressure, conflict. See, harmonic motion is caused by pressure. Just like you put enough pressure on coal, it reforms into a harmonic structure, which is called a diamond. You put enough pressure on people, they either they crush or they transform into harmonic motion where everybody's getting along, peaceful, no conflicts anymore. That's the end result of what's going on in the world today. All this pressure is building. So the time of unprecedented trouble means the time of unprecedented pressure. Where those that survive the pressure, right, they will be transformed in harmonic motion. We're going to be transferred to diamonds and then harmonic motion, be peace, paradise. And those who are not, they're crushed. That's democracy. That's the enemy. They're trying to stop it. Getting this democracy confusion. Everybody's doing their own thing. See? You vote. You don't compromise truth. A fact is a fact. You don't vote on facts. I mean, it's clear. But they say, oh, man, see, everybody gets a chance to vote. And that's a lie in itself because you can vote all you want to. That's not what's controlling this country. Your vote is not controlling this country. You think that, you're really idiot. But even so, they give you that illusion of your control. So everybody does what they want to do. If you respond to whatever your body wants, how long would you think you'll live? No, because your brain tells your body what to do. But if your body starts telling your brain what to do, how long do you think you'll survive? How long do you think you survive if you just gave into your body and let your body tell your brain what to do? You gave all your whims, whatever your body wanted to do, you gave into it. How long would you live? See, it doesn't make any sense. So they give you this, but they know this is not true. Because when the shit hits the fan, they drop democracy, they go to military. See, when they're at war, they go to military, and there's no democracy in the military. Martial law, everybody's in sync. You do what you're told to do. Everybody walks in sync together, marching. You better not step out of line, you get shot. So they tell you that this is bullshit right here. They're telling you that. Because when they're under pressure, they drop this and they go to martial law. They go to harmonic motion, their version of it. Everybody's in sync. They're at war. You do what you're told. See? There ain't no voting. You got a general, he gives the law, you do exactly, everybody does what he tells you to do or you get shot. Period. No arguments, anything. You don't argue. You have to even get permission to even ask the question. With all due respect, sir, may I ask a question? So who are they fooling? But this is to destroy you. This is to destroy you. That's the purpose of it. To confuse you, to keep you confused. Because they know if you achieve harmonic motion, they're dead. They're trying to stop you from achieving harmonic motion because that's your nature. Because they cannot live in a harmonic world. See? They cannot live in it. It's too, just like right now, they got this COVID thing. They tell them they can't do the discipline they need. We want to get back to normal, back normal. They want to they don't have discipline. Oh yeah, they go to military down the back as well, but that's only as long as they can get a job done. They're right back to this BS again. They've tried it many times. The Greeks tried it, whatever. When they went to war with the savages, when they went to war with what they call it, When Rome went to war with the savages, their military is based on democracy. Everybody just grab an axe, a sword, whatever, just go, just start kicking ass, right? And the Romans come in what? Harmonic motion, their legions, structured, right? Everybody follow orders, do exactly what you're told, and they kicked everybody's ass because the, this is just stable. If they can get you disorganized, then they can control you. Because if they went against those armies, the goals, I think they call them, and if they had to win, those armies were structured like the Roman army, they wouldn't be able to defeat them. If they keep you under democracy, thinking democracy, so in other words, you can't decide because you got somebody that knows the way, and you want to make a vote. So that means they can't. You can't have. They keep black folks having a leader because you don't want a leader. See, so if your God come, you don't want him. Because they tell you nations pray to make war against the Lamb or the God. So why do nations pray to war against the God and the Lamb? They say they want Jesus, but Jesus says, according to the sealed Bible, he's a dictator. My way is the only way. If you don't do what I say, you're going to hell and everything else. And they say that's what they believe in, but they don't want that because they get war with him. They don't want that. So if you know the right way, why would you compromise? You can't compromise truth. If you know the right way, then you're going to sit around and have your family vote when you know it's the right way and they can vote the wrong way. You're going to do it? Does that make any sense? So if America says we all want to start, we vote, we got to go along with whatever vote they say. If they took the side, okay, if they take and vote on everything, that means you have no control of yourself because whoever the majority, and they're going to make sure that they remain their majority. That's why they're aborting you and everything else. Make sure they remain their majority. So that means you in a state of tyranny because you have to do what they tell you to do. You see, it's still a tyranny. Democracy is a tyranny in itself. It's the worst type of tyranny there is because that means if you got a million people and a million and one person, that one person, because that million had that one person, that means they can tell that other million what to do. It means you have to go along with it. It's the worst tyranny is, but they tell you you're free, and that's the genius of it. Because once you tell somebody they're not free, they get back against the wall, and you're not free. This is the worst form of tyranny is democracy. See? Because we have to go along with whatever, and majority of the people are fools anyway. But they get a chance to vote their opinion. It's like the Democratic Party. Anybody got intelligence know damn well blacks should not have anything to do with that party. Abortion, send your industrial jobs to China, to send your agricultural jobs, right, to south of the border, intellectual jobs to India, and build prisons for you, and aborting all your children. And how the hell are you going to vote for that? And you tell me that the power in democracy is population, the majority rules, but you killing your majority, killing your own children. How does that work? But that's how you're doing. Why? See? Because it keep you divided. And if a leader comes, oh, you don't listen to him, he may know the way. Remember they say they don't want no black Messiah coming. So because you want to vote. So you want to sit down and vote. And you don't know the way, but you just want to vote. You want to have a vote. And you don't know the way, but you don't want to have a vote. And so we all run into a ditch because you don't know what the hell you're doing, but because you had to have your vote. See, when Moses came, Moses didn't come with no with no entourage. He came straight from God. And they make sure that doesn't happen with their so-called democracy. It's the enemy. Like we said, so we're going to talk about those in a few minutes. But that's it, confusion. It's opposite. Confusion is opposite of harmony. Confusion is chaos. Chaos destroys. Harmony, right, builds, constructs. Democracy. Democracy in action. Look at their democracy now. They fight with each other. I want to go this way. I want to go the other way. You got a neighbor. He want to do his own thing. See? He want to cook his pork. I don't want to smell that. I mean, I'm free. Can I cook it? I want to cook. He want to play his boom, ghetto bastards. I don't want to hear that. I don't care, man. I'll play what I want to play. That's my music. See? He want to have his wife and daughters walk around no clothes, naked, G-screen. I don't care, man. It's my free country. Dress how they want to dress. You see? So, no, but you got to put up with it. And you say, oh, okay, I'm going to go along. It's killing you, brothers and sisters. You absorb it and you're going along with it. And you just think you're being peaceful, but it's destroying you because all that aggravation, everything, you've absorbed it. And it's killing you. That's why it allows you some hypertension and everything else. See? But that's what you want. See, because you think, hey, man, I want to have a say. See? But if you was at the beach and your child was drowning, and this guy knew how to swim, you're going to say, everybody, let's vote to find out who's going to go out there? See, it's bullshit. And the thing is, who's buying this? Mostly the demons. The ones look like us, talk us, what? They think just like Master think, and they're the ones that sell, because they're the ones really pushing this. Because they're the ones that representatives and the senators and everything. They don't live in our communities. They live high on the hog. They only come in when they want your votes and everything. And they don't do a damn thing for you. They come and tell you, even Farrakhan, he ain't producing a damn thing. But he comes to get your money. They tell you, hey, we got this system, we got to vote. They're the ones pushing this. Because harmony, they cannot live in a system of harmony. And your harmony, right, means unity. Once you unite, 9% of pressure that you're under will disappear immediately. And you take back your power and your kingdom. They don't want that because that means that's the end of them. That's your democracy. Can't talk about democracy. There you go. See? Pulling the world apart. I want to go this way. I want to go the other way. There's a right way and a wrong way. You can't democracy is all they say. Democracy is all about compromise. What are they telling you? Listen to what they're telling you. They say democracy is about compromise. What they're telling you is, right, is that by telling you you can't compromise truth. That means once you compromise truth, that means falsehood. That means democracy is about a lie, about falsehood. That's what they're telling you. It's about compromise. You don't compromise who you are. You don't compromise, we think your name should be asshole. See? All your neighbors. So now, because they vote, that's you gonna go along with that? I mean, they voted. That's democracy. We think, no, man. My name is Jimmy. No, your name is asshole. So most of us voted. We overruled you, so that's what you can be your name from now on. Think that's simplistic? They tell you about climate change, right? The world is in jeopardy. But it's all boils down to what? A vote. Really? So the world's in jeopardy, right? It's in jeopardy, yet it's resting on a vote. Mm-hmm. Because you despise the other four pillars, that's why you buy this stuff. Because you don't have your right mind. You don't have your right mind. See, because they first had to take your mind away to tell you this stuff. They have to get you off of mathematical, because I'm just talking mathematics and reason and logic. They have to get you off of that. How to get you off of that? With religion. Because your whole reality is not based on mathematics. It's based on supposition, belief, no facts, nothing, just belief. See? So once they get you there, then they can pull us all stuff. Because when you start thinking mathematically, this stuff's gone. Stuff is gone. Every action has an opposite equal reaction. That's mathematical. They tell you got some mystery soul or in quantum physics some mystery thing could happen. Some would change that mathematical fact you're looking at right there. It's a mathematical fact. It's universal. It's not going to change. Can't change. That's the most fundamental principle of the universe. And there's no mystery God in there, nothing. And you look around you, show me what car runs off a prayer. Show me one missile that's powered off a prayer. Show me one prayer that will stop a missile from blowing your behind up. Show me this invisible soul that you claim you have that goes to heaven after you die, or go to hell after whatever. Show me anything. Show me anything that's not based on mathematics. Show me one thing, just one thing. One thing. Show me one thing. Show me one thing that any religion has brought into existence. Show me one thing that they produce. Because if that's the reality, remember your religious reality. That's the one that tells you about God and everything. So tell me one thing that you have in your house or on the planet or any place that you've seen that's real, that's not based, that a religion has brought into existence. Just one thing. A car that runs off of religion, right? A computer that runs off of religion. Anything, any product that religion has produced. Anything. Just one thing. Anything. If it's the ultimate knowledge, this knowledge of God. Religion is knowledge of God. So he can do all things. See, he made anything happen. Okay, you got this knowledge, then show me something that you can produce with it. Show me one thing, and I'll shut up. Just show me one thing. One thing. Anything that's real. Don't tell me about some mystery God I can't see. Show me one real thing that any of these religions has produced. One thing. Everything that you see is produced by one only mathematics, period. Everything here, including you, came from mathematics. In fact, your whole existence based on mathematics. 9 months, right? DNA. And they looked at him, oh, well, and Farrakhan talking about, well, some God was making in the womb. They got microscopes. They're looking at it. They ain't never seen a God waving back at them. And if God's one makes in the womb, then what? Does he get sick? Is he on high, drunk? When you have a deformed baby, a cracked baby? He made a mistake? See, so that's BS. But they had to take your mind away to do it. See, so here we trying to get harmony here. We already talked about the other 5. The other 4, rather. So we talked about the other 4. Consequence, this is the last one. Consequence, they came after you, destroy that religion. That's the most fundamental one. Once they get you in the religion, they can do the other things. See, once you get consequence, then you can do the other. You get rid of all those things on the right. Once you get back to consequence, your mind back, you start thinking mathematically. That's what it means. Start thinking mathematically. It says, the remembrance of Allah is the greatest force. That means you start thinking mathematically. All that stuff on the right goes away, bam. And then you're able to apply the ones on the left. But once they get you in religion, all the ones on the left go to get away. Once they get to religion, consequence, torque, currents, energy, harmony, all goes away. And then they can install all the ones under that. Let me say it again. Once they take and get you off of mathematical thinking, right, with religion, then they can install all the ones on the right. Religion, drugs, capitalism, leisure, democracy. Once you start thinking mathematically, right, then all those things are gone. Religion, drugs, capitalism, leisure, democracy, they're history. See? But once they get you religion with your consequence, then all those things on the right, left is gone. Consequence, torque, currents, energy, harmony. It's all toast. That's your. Those are the weapons they're using against you, God. That you want to be. You want to be the God. Walk. You want to walk the God walk. The God's walk. Better get on to. Better get on with the program. Because if you're not doing those things on the left, it means you're doing things on the right. And that means you're in the belief. The right is the belief matrix. See, that's the structure of the belief matrix on the right. See, Islam is things on the left. That's reality. You got the illusions on the right. You got the reality on the left. So hope you understand. Again, harmony. See, that's the last one, but they all work together. Because you have to have energy to have harmony. You got to put all these other words together. See, currents. That was a current. What was that? Hajj, charity, right? Be charitable to each other. That promotes harmony. Energy. See, because you got to have energy. You got to be able to step aside, right? See, instead of being confrontational, instead of banging, step aside. So, work with each other instead of flick at each other. Got to have torque to be upright, so you're not wobbling around. You got to think mathematically, so you don't no mental disagreements. So you don't be talking about 5 plus 5 equals 55 stuff, right? So you have mathematical agreement. All that together brings about harmony. But democracy, all that religion, that brings about other stuff over there. Because you still, remember, the body, they have bodies. We gave them our bodies. They have a stripped down version, right? It's like taking a car, you got a luxury car, take all the amenities off, take all the accessories and everything off. That's what happened. That's what Dr. Yakub did with them. So now it's a stripped down version. Still the body, still the car. See? But they run on the right side over here. That's their reality. On the right. Religion, drugs, capitalism, leisure, because they still have to, those functions have to still be, they still got a brain, they still got a heart, right? They still, so they have to, so they have to have something to govern those aspects of themselves. And this is what they have. But it's destructive for us. And our reality is destructive for them because they don't have discipline to follow us on the left. Consequence, torque, currents, energy, harmony, which is faith, salats, zakat, right? Fasting, right? Hajj. They don't have discipline for that. But if we go on the other side over there, it's destructive for us. Hypertension, right? Diabetes, right? Prison, see? Early death, and whatever else. See, conflict, hating each other. They have us on the left, right over there. That's where they got us. And Suleiman's here to bring you back over to the left. Take you away from religion, drugs, capitalism, leisure, democracy. That's what Elijah Muhammad was doing. That's what Farad came to do. And now Elijah Muhammad did it, prepared it, and then Suleiman to finish it off. See? And it's Suleiman's job to get you totally over here to the left. Totally over here to the left. Consequence, torque, currents, energy, harmony, and destroy what's on the right. Religion, drugs, get rid of it. They're not going to coexist because they're in conflict with each other. Harmony. So you go out here and you apply the other ones. You have to apply the other ones first, and then you apply harmony. What do you mean? Right? Then you go out and you talk to your brothers and sisters, and you tell them about your experience. And also by example, because how in the world you going to tell them about harmony and you ain't in harmony? How you going to tell them about all these other things? You're not doing it. So if you not doing those things, how can you tell them? Because you got to, your actions, the way you're alive, the way you talk, the way you experience is is the force that's going to change them. Because by you doing those things, you create a current. It's like a proton is a spinning neutron. It produces a current which forces other things to spin. It's like the wheel, gear, right? It forces other gears to go in a certain direction. But if you ain't doing it, then you waste your time. So you doing it, and you say it, and you telling your brothers and sisters. So the thing is you getting them going in the same direction. So once they start moving in the same direction, that's harmonic. They get along with you, right? Now you don't arguing anymore because now both you thinking mathematics. So you're not arguing. You might have a disagreement on the nature of the mathematics as far as like 12 is 3 plus 9, or 10 plus 2, or 7 plus 5, but it's still 12. So we're going to have those type because we all different, we have different perspectives, but we're still not going to disagree on the fact it's 12. See? So now we got that, right? And then we got uprighting force, so we're not, right? We're fearless and we're self-sufficient, right? Because we're not wobbling around, need any help. We got current, so we got all this drama in our lives because that affects other people. So you might run all this drama, all this hurricanes all around you, spin around everything, and nobody want to be around you. And you got plenty of energy. You see? So your energy, you can give energy. See? And you inspire other people. You don't want to be around people that got negative energy. You like being with positive people. See? And all that produces harmony. All that produces harmony. I said all these things work together. And it takes time, brothers and sisters, because our brothers and sisters been in the freezer for 400 years. And Elijah Muhammad took them out, and they was throwing out, and Farrakhan put them back in. Put them in the microwave. Some of them put them back, some back right in the freezer. So that's what we have to deal with. So, but you doing what you're doing, because those of you that's paying attention, Angel, it took me 30 years to get to you. 30 years to get to you. Now continue applying harmony. Keep talking to the brothers and sisters. Keep saying, keep talking. Keep putting information out there. See? And the angel, right, is our weapon, right? Once we do these things, this is our defense, right? But to achieve harmony, right, the weapon we need, because harmony, you need a weapon. That's the angel. Because the angel serves all those things, because get your mind, first of all, get your mind back mathematical. See? So we have to get that first. Because if you don't have your mind, other things are not going to really matter. Because you'd be like an elephant, a blind elephant. And a lot of our people, like I said, they're waking up and they're getting energy, but they don't have their mind, so they're like a blind elephant, and they kill themselves. Now they stand up against Master. It's time to stand up, because Master's time, our 40 years are over, but now they stand up, right? But they're getting blown apart, because now they're the elephant. Remember the story about Samson? Samson got his inner strength back, but he didn't get his eyes back. Couldn't see. But he got his strength back. So what did he do? He killed all his enemies and killed himself in the process. And that's how people are doing. And you got Farrakhan and Size and all of them responsible for that, because the truth is here and they blocked it to keep our people from getting it. So if blood's in their hand, they're going to pay a severe price for it. Farrakhan's already paying. They all can pay a severe price in a few days. We ain't talking about years anymore. A few days. Those of you looked at the presentation about the quiet before the storm. Okay, brothers and sisters, let's move on. Okay, we're gonna just add this in. Ramadan. Now, the Quran tells you there's 4 holy months based on the solar calendar, not the lunar calendar. It says 12 months. The lunar calendar that Sunnis worship has more than 12 months. So I tell you, the Quran tells you right there, they're wrong. It's right there. But they still do it anyway. So they do it 1 month, 1 year, and next year they forbid. That means they have Ramadan at a different time every year. That's what it means. That's wrong. Because so it's the same time every year. Elijah Muhammad had it right. He had one of the holy months would be December, because it says 4 times that the earth bows to the sun. Elijah Muhammad talked about that to some extent. That's the solstice and excuse me. It's 4 times. See? So, and that's summer, like I say, winter, spring, and fall. December, March, June, and September. Elijah Muhammad gave us December because it's the shortest days, right? So those are the official 4 holy months. One of them is called Ramadan. Some we call all 4 of them Ramadan. So what are they about? They're like tune-ups. Because if what you do in Ramadan, you're supposed to recite the Quran. Woo! Recite the Quran. Recite the Quran. See, someone tell you you're not supposed to recite the Quran, but during Ramadan it's okay. Hey, what if you did Ramadan 12 months? Wouldn't it be better if you could do it 12 months a year? Wouldn't that be great? See? They're tune-ups. Because what it is that's when you take the 5 pillars and you really emphasize them. They're tune-ups. You say the Quran, you're fasting, that's 2 of them right there. Hajj, you're going around and talking to people about it. That's 3 of them right there. See? And then your remembrance, right, of Allah, even though they don't get the mathematics side of it, that's 4 of them right there. Charity, that's what you do during the Ramadan. You practice the 5 pillars of Islam. They're all right there. And what you do is you emphasize it. So in other words, you're going to high test mode, right? What they call it, turbocharge. You emphasize it. You focus on it 4 times a year. See, like a booster shot. Whatever you do, you take these 5 pills, you really emphasize them. See. So in other words, if you get a little slack, then boom, get right back on key. So you got 3 months, boom, you're right back on key again. Tune up. Keep you up there. Keep you on your God stool. Keep you on the God throne. That's where they are. That's where Ramadan's are. That's where the 4 holy months. Okay? But now that you know mathematical Islam, right? Now you can walk the God walk and the God's walk. That's up to you. See? That's what Ramadan's for. See? It's boost like a booster shot, right? See? Energize you. You take the 5 pills like I was telling you about, and you really kick them into high gear 4 times a year. You do it all year round. See? But those like tune-ups, get you back up. See? So you keep it up to a high level. Because you focus on that 100%. 4 times a year. You think about the 5 pills, you should be practicing all year round. But these 4 months, that means you really emphasize, you really focus. It's like a tune-up. That's what it is. Okay. And it's not different. It's not different times every month. This BS they're doing, this lunar count. They look at the moon. That's why I say they worship the moon. That's why Christians say, no, 4 times. Right now, it's April. The next one we just passed one in March. Next one will be in June. Okay. That's when you run in high gear. Really focus. See, like going to the gym, 4 times you go you go all year round, but on 4 times a year, you're really going in. Instead of spending an hour, you spend 4 or 5 hours, man. Really, really intensify it. That's what it is. That's what Ramadan is. See? But we're at war, brothers and sisters, and we're walking a tightrope. And right now, you really need to focus Because those 5 pillars are your defense. And angel is your weapon. And you got all that. You never had that before. You got all that. So now you can walk the God walk and nobody can harm you. Now, hair on your head will harm. Don't worry about it. Just do it. And you find there's no, no doubt in it. So he's want to tell you about that. You better follow the message of black man. You better follow the Quran, all that kind of stuff. They have no idea what they're talking about. The angel is the book that puts you right into your God mode. Raise you back up to Godhood again. So you got the ultimate weapon, the angel. That's the atom bomb that's going to blow away Yaqub's reality that's based on the sealed Bible. Now it's unsealed, bam. See, you got to split an atom to make it right. You split, boom. That's when you had to split, right? The seal's off. That's like you split that, like pulling the seal off. You pull that seal, bam. All this knowledge out there, because no one give you knowledge like this, and you can prove everything I just said. You can prove everything I said. It has not required, I'm not asking you to believe anything. Everything I've said, been talking about, you can prove all of it. And they can't prove anything. So how the hell can they win when they can't prove anything they say? Nothing. But you can prove all this, all science, all mathematics. And they can't argue with you. Unless you let them argue with you. You argue about something. They don't come and tell you your name ain't your name and you want to argue about that. I don't waste my time. I don't argue with anybody. You don't see me argue with anybody. I put truth out there. I'm gone. I don't waste my time. Because once you know the truth, why do you need to argue? And I'm not compromising with you. Well, brother, let's try to agree. Let's agree to disagree. Let's just compromise. Man, bull, I'm not compromising the truth. We have the truth, and we can prove it. So why compromise it? I mean, that would be stupid. Because if you compromise, they win. Because they live in a compromised world, compromised reality. So if they can get you to compromise at any point, that means they're winning. They're pulling you into their belief matrix. See? Like a drug dealer, right? He come and give you a little bit of crack. See? Then they'll come back for a little bit more. Then a little bit more. Before you know it, you're a crackhead. And he got total control over you. So if you compromise truth, then it's not truth. If you compromise truth, it's not truth. Truth cannot be compromised. You cannot compromise the fact that 5 plus 2 equals 7. You can't compromise that. Oh, well, let's agree that it's 6.5 or 6.999. No, it's either 7 or it's not. So that's their democracy, get you to compromise. So you have peace. Well, let's compromise, brother. Let's not argue. 3 plus 4, let's compromise. Okay. You said 7, let's compromise. It says 6. Now we can get along, be happy. They win. If you go along for that. Well, man, you're being intransigent, man. You're being unrealistic, man. You don't listen, man. You're being hard-headed. Yeah, exactly. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to get you compromised that 4 plus 3 equals 7. I ain't compromising that. That's why when Allah sends prophets and messages, they always win. They don't, he tell them the truth, they don't come. Because they compromise, that means they ain't from him. See, that's Farrakhan. Those he's compromising. All of a sudden, Ramadan is Sunni Ramadan. Why didn't he tell the Sunnis to adopt Elijah Muhammad's Ramadan? See, because he's telling you that Elijah Muhammad's Islam wasn't right. That's what he's telling you. Because if it wasn't, why is he's going along with the Sunni Islam? They're whatever they call Islam, but it's not. Because Islam is mathematics Islam, and they're not with mathematics. They know mathematics in Islam. So why is he not telling them to come over to Elijah Muhammad? Elijah Muhammad is the message. He came direct from God. So you mean Farad didn't know and Elijah Muhammad didn't know? Because he can't tell you, well, we was just too damn stupid to set Islam right, like during the Middle East. So they had to slowly feed it to us. That's his idea. We was too damn stupid. Really? It's easy to accept that stuff over there. I mean, they smoke cigarettes and everything else. See? So he's compromising with them, going to Sunni mosque, praying with people, right? That call their God a fraud. They call Elijah Muhammad a liar, but they're going to pray with them. They ain't gonna go over there and say Elijah Muhammad's. They're not gonna go over there and tell Elijah Muhammad's the message. They're not gonna go over there and say that. And sure they ain't go over there and say that Farah is God. They went their head. They sure ain't going to Sunni land and say that. Definitely, they'll put a sword up there behind so fast. See, it's all bullshit. The temples ain't temples no more than mosques. You just compromise the whole thing. They can't tell you teaching Elijah Muhammad's teaching where? Where is that? Because that's his job. He's a demon. He's masters children from rape in our women. That's what demon is. Half devil, half man. That's what he is. And so therefore, by compromising, he's destroying it. A compromised glass of water is dirty water. Let me say it again. A compromised glass of water is dirty water. It's compromised. It ain't clean anymore. Let's compromise. Come on. I mean, it's either clean or it's not. So there it is, brothers and sisters. See? So if just one person stands enough, it doesn't matter if you accept it or reject it. It doesn't matter. Because if you reject it, that means it wasn't for you. And we don't want you anyway. See, you got the sealed Bible. The sealed Bible is Yaqub's. The Bible was given, it's telling you in Genesis, the Bible was given to them. The greater light was given to them. The sealed version. See? But the unsealed version was given us. That means the Lamb would come and break those seals and cause that explosion that would get rid of that reality. Like I talk about thermonuclear bomb. See? Requires two bombs. Fission bomb, right? Ignites. When it explodes, it's enough power to ignite the fusion bomb. It's in the center. That's us. So they came. See? That's their democracy, their religion, whatever, right? Preachers, they teaching that stuff. See? Because that's the level they're on. They're teaching Yaqub's teachings. Because the sealed Bible is Yaqub's teachings. Most people understand that. I guess I never really revealed it. For now, Elijah Muhammad was telling you that, right? He was telling you that he said Yaqub wrote the Bible. He said that. But he's talking about the sealed Bible. Well, Yaqub didn't actually write, but it's still the same. You got the idea. He attributed that to Yaqub. And that's why some of these people right now, they don't want to hear about the Bible because Yaqub wrote it. The sealed Bible. So all this stuff, murder, capitalism, democracy, all that stuff you find in the sealed Bible. It's there. I can show it to you. It's easy. You find people voting. They call them casting lots, right? See? Capitalism, all is there. Yeah. Religion, all that stuff is there. Because that's Yaqub's world. See? But the unsealed Bible is blowing all that away. Because once you're in unsealed Bible, it blows all that stuff away. Okay, brothers, I hope you understand. So like the preachers, they're teaching it. So therefore, right, they're bringing people together that's of this world. And those people are going to be blown away. Just like everybody else of this world is going to be blown away. Farrakhan, all these demons are going to be blown away. These preachers, they like lightning rods. They bring away because that's the wavelength that they're teaching. Because that's a certain wavelength, the sealed Bible, certain wavelength, certain frequency, vibration, and they attune to those vibrations. Their heart is attuned to those vibrations, and so that draws them in. And it draws some of us in because we're not doing the 5 pillars. So our heart is following those vibrations because we can't decipher between our mind and their mind. So like pulling us in. That's what whole idea about we got to do Hajj, brothers and sisters, to get our brothers and sisters, right, on the case of applying these principles so they can get their mind back. Upload the angel. See, that's the whole thing about this religious thing. They had to get your mind prepared to upload. You have to prepare your computer to upload certain software. They had to prepare our brains, right, to upload. Because if your brain was on the mathematical standard, they could not have uploaded. Math could not have uploaded, right? It took him 64 years to be able to upload his software onto our minds, onto our brains. 64 years. But they had to take it away from the mathematical standard, all that stuff, to upload it. So now we have to take and get our people's brains back on the mathematical standard, right? So they could, right, uninstall that bad software and upload the AL-INJIL. Because they still, they walk around with that installed master software. They walk around with that. That's what's operating. And it's totally against them since it's the software the enemy. That means they become their own enemy. So we have a lot of problems, brothers and sisters, and we got a short time to work with. But the thing is, when no four winds blow and they're about to war, because the war is getting ready to happen. They're already at war now, technically. But when the trumpet sounds, boom, and Farad and his angels start kicking ass over there, when that happens, see, that's going to be like a major electrical shock. Boom! Hit our people. It's going to short circuit that software they got. It's going to short circuit that software. Mass software is running their brain. It's going to short circuit it. That's what it's going to take. It's going to short circuit it. And once it's short circuit, then we can start uploading the AL-INJIL. That's what it takes for my people so bad. See? But some of them not going to survive this short circuit because it's going to be the four winds. That's going to be a powerful shock. It's going to literally short circuit. It's going to be an electrical shock so great, right? That's going to short circuit, see, that software that they have have operating on their hardware. See? And like I say, a lot of people right now are waking up, but they're blind elephants. So we got to get to them if we can, before they go out there and do something. Like I said, blind elephant. Samson. They want to strike back, but they're blind. So they falling off the tightrope, getting killed, going in jail, and whatever. Because now they got injured, but they don't know what to do. They're blind elephant. I'm strong, powerful. See? And that's Farrakhan and them, they get hold of them. See? They've been getting hold of them for years. A lot of people out there, right? They was waking up and all they saw was Farrakhan. I can't get mad at them because that's what it was. I've been studying this for 30 years. All the time that's the timing. That's where it is. So for Farrakhan had from 77 to 90, was that 13 years? Free reign. Total famine of truth to do his thing. And then 1990, things started changing, but he still had a lot of room. But it's getting room is getting tighter and tighter. It's being pushed to the corner. So that room is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Read the mark by the Legion, Louis Eugene Grounds, NOI backwards. Read it in Mark by the demons. That room's getting shorter, smaller, smaller, and pushed in the corner. See? About to be squashed. So here we are, brothers. I hope you understand. So I think this is the end of our series. I was going to do another part, but I'll do that separately. End of this series. So hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum.